guys. Let me put my stuff down and then I'll give you a tour.
Hi, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Michelle.
This is Thor.
And we're a millennial couple trying to live on one salary
And get out of debt
while still living a content lifestyle.
Join us in our journey as we live Lux on less.
So you may be wondering how Ryan and I managed to live in 375 square feet with a whiny dog. If you don't hear him, you will. Well, this is how. Welcome to the video. First, we take off our coats. You guys, we have to stay super organized. So Thor has his own little hook, complete with a trash can full of towels. No muddy dogs in this house. Just kidding, guys. No, but for real, everything that we talk about is efficiency, being organized, and of course finances and budgets, because it's our dream life, you guys. So we got this for our wedding. It's a great little bench coat racky thing. We put everything on here. So the next thing we did also, Lori, this is your cameo. We keep our little wedding pumpkin right here. We have everything organized that we could possibly need. So we have like our just little things. I really don't love it when people go through every little thing, but we have things organized. We have summer things like bug sprays and things like that down here to keep it out of the way. This is Thor's entire bin full of thunder jackets, poop bags, frisbee, because everyone loves a good frisbee. We have our hats, toboggans, scarves, all of those things tucked away down here. And Ryan has his chacos down here. You guys, these were super inexpensive at Target, and we got this bench at IKEA. It was perfect. And because it's winter, you'll also see that we have our boots down here. It's been really snowy, so we've had our rain boots and everything. So follow me up the stairs and you'll see how we make this all work. I'm also likely going to be drinking water throughout this whole thing, so here we go. So as you enter in here, it very much looks like this is just a couch. However, this is our day bed, and we sleep on this. You wanna hop up? Come here. Good boy. All right, sit. Good boy. So what we do is every night we actually pull this whole thing out when Thor's not laying on it. All of our bedding gets put on the bed. This twin mattress comes down, and we have a king size bed that we're able to both have plenty of room. So one of the things that we were really proud of when we got this place was, honestly, it had a lack of storage, and Ryan and I, with the help of a lot of our friends, really we went to Pinterest. We found a lot of different ways to add storage, and the biggest thing that we found was adding vertical storage. So we added all of these shelves, and it's not the most organized, but as you can see, we have our beer, we have some boxes and bins. Everything is pretty much like, the higher it goes, the less we need it. So that's kind of nice, and things that are needed more readily are a little bit more accessible. And then of course this stuff is just for decor, so that we can make sure that we can see it. We didn't have room clearly for any bedside tables, so we have bedside shelves, you guys. Ryan's are over here with his Bible and his like watch, and then of course my journal, and if you haven't heard, surgery unicorn pig. Ryan got it for me after my surgery. So by day, a day bed, and by night, my bed. So another thing that we really wanted to make sure was utilized was this little nook. This is clearly like one of the most awkward spaces in our home. So I had this old dresser that was way too big for the room. So we decided instead to get this tiny little guy, which has worked out. It's just an IKEA dresser, super simple, wooden frame, and it just houses all of my like things that I need. Over here we have what they're called trones. You guys, these are probably, if I had to pick one thing in the house, this is my favorite thing. They just house shoes and such, but they also house a little bit more than that. So for us, it was really important that we had easy accessibility to like our chair pads, because we use them all the time. Thor has his own toy bin, and of course we have like gift bags and more shoes. So up here, of course, we have a bunch of hooks, and again, more vertical storage, which houses all of my not Ryan's, my off-season clothing. You guys, I promise I went through all of my clothes like
I think I've been through my clothes like 3 times in the last 2 years, and we're still consistently taking more and more out of our wardrobes and trying to just live on less. That's the whole Lux on less. The other thing that I want to show you is if you flip around, you'll see this wonderful, you'll see this beautiful hook system. We got this because I need to know where all of my keys are at all times for work. And then right through here is our only storage closet in the entire house. It has become like our utility closet, our mops, all of our Norwex, everything is in here, our ladder. Thor's bed, it does come out and this becomes his little room, which is really nice too. I guess the only other little quirky element of this room is our mirror. It houses all of our chargers and some sunglasses and a lint roller because no one wants to see that. So another way that we have really crafted this space so that we can live functionally is by only having a few things and again, making sure everything had a place. So we have our living room, we have a little coffee table, coffee and table. We use it for everything. So this room is our most multi-purpose room in the entire house. The other one really does serve just as a bedroom. We close it off. In here, this is our dining room, our living room, and even our closet. So we definitely will go ahead and have like our bar here. And if we have people over, we are able to adjust. The first thing we would do is take our table, move it all the way around. So that's out of the way. So if we were gonna set up for, let's say, a couple of friends to come over and have dinner with us, this still feels like it's locked. Nope, it's just heavy. We would pull this guy out, and this guy will turn into our table. So here is where we would have a beautiful little tablescape, all chock full of food for everyone, including drink, don't forget that. But really, we could probably sit, if we needed to, 6, but comfortably 4 people, just because right here there are drawers, and that's no fun for anyone to have to sit there, but we can easily fit a good 4 people in this room. And we can also sleep 4 people in this house, because the couch also is our guest bed. But Michelle, you said there was a whole closet in here. Where's the dang closet? Don't worry, you guys. It's not the best, but it is pretty dang cool. That's actually behind these beautiful green curtains. And I should not be so rude. Let me take off my shoes while I'm on the furniture. You can access this with the couch already built, but since it's being a bed, it's perfectly fine. Behind these curtains, we just have them like hung from the ceiling, are our closets. Again, we needed as much storage as possible because there were 2 of us, and it really became evident whenever Ryan moved in that we needed more space. So we bought these from IKEA. The top one we built like with the other ones, and we did have to put the drawers on the top, and that was specifically because this is where our couch lives and there would be no way to access the drawers had we done it vice versa. But it's super customizable, very inexpensive. This is all of my side, and then Ryan has a whole side of his own as well, separated by the curtains, which was the biggest compromise we could come up with at the time. So we have the little glass table that we normally sit right where I'm sitting, and then you're thinking, okay, so that's where your coffee table is, but what about side tables? Don't worry, we thought of that too. So we bought these little pouches, and weirdly enough, these guys hold up there by themselves. As long as you don't like run into the side of them or overweigh them, then they work well. So the remote lives in there. We have an extra charger. I keep a book on each side, and a great hack, they literally just hang. I don't even understand it. It's physics, but they just hang. Pretty dope.
This
is my brand new studio. Cozy studio, if you will. It is rather cozy. But we just finally got this set up. Michelle actually gave me this desk for Valentine's Day, which is amazing. Just built it tonight. And so I've got everything that I need accessible right away. We actually found this guy on Amazon. He's like the perfect width. They made like different models that are like slightly different widths, so we found the one that worked just right for this space, fits in this little nook, and I'm able to just use everything right away. So we really want a place where we'd be able to access, you know, hold the printer, but it's also out of the way. And then we've got like my synthesizer, so we'll have it plugged in, the keyboard plugged in, we can have it all hooked up to the interface. And then of course the laptop's right here, so everything can be plugged in and we can have it all attached to the DAW. I know I'm using some like music jargon. All that's important when you're trying to like record music using a synthesizer and a keyboard. And then I've got some mics actually in here in case I want to sing. And if you just grab a chair off of the wall, it's right there, easily accessible. And you don't have lights that you're trying to make a video look really good with in their way. You just sit in the chair and I'm really able to access all this stuff, and it's right there. So super stoked about that, and it doesn't take up much space at all.
What'd you think of Ryan's little studio? It's pretty nice, huh? Oh well, you guys, fancy meeting you here. Turns out his cozy studio is right in front of the kitchen. If you come through here, you'll see that we've done a little bit to the place to make it worthwhile. Starting with our hanging basket, that cozy, and the kitchen chair. Come on in and I'll show you all the rest of it. So if you come around, if you kind of face this way, you'll see most of our spice collection between here and the fridge, and a good portion of our pots and pans. Ryan actually just finished this. It was one of the things we did today, just trying to get everything ready to go. And if you're really nice and you comment about it, we might tell you the story, but you have to comment, and you have to ask, why the Andy Warhol picture? So if you come through this way, you'll see that we have these two little racks. These racks are just extra storage for us. We house trash and recycling in this one, and then the rest of our pots and pans, lids, randomly enough, I mean we're vegan, you guys, so we have potatoes, onions, we have a bin for chips and a bin for bread. We actually have done a lot in this kitchen to make it functional for us, but we got this little, I don't even know what you call it, cart off of Amazon. I really wanted one a little bit taller, but this one works perfectly to get everything kind of out of the way. It's super thin and slim, so it really helps house all of those like pantry goods that we couldn't fit in these cabinets. So we actually painted these green. There's a theme through the house if you didn't notice, green, and we added, it's like a contact paper. This was a robin's egg blue when we moved in. We really just painted these. Up here houses all of our dishes. It's a mess. There's no reason to show you this. Up here is some extra food. This is what's really cool. Ryan built this for us. We have different drawers in here so that we can house even more things. This is one of the main ways that we're able to make things work. And we bought these little dividers essentially so that we can house all of our pans, like baking dishes. And then of course, no kitchen is complete without some hooks for the towels, the Norwex, and the pot holders. We did make some updates, and those updates that we made, we tried to make sure that they were all from a functional standpoint. Over here, of course, we have our arrow garden with all the basil and all kinds of stuff, our knives, some fun little decor moments, and that's our kitchen. Oh! You always have to make sure you have enough space, but when you don't, you create an extra little countertop. So we have this guy. This is again just IKEA. It's like I think a $50 little guy that I put on like a wish list. So we can tuck it away, and the entire space is very open but also very utilized. Welcome to the bathroom. It's super skinny, but don't be alarmed, it has everything that you need. So come on this way. First you're gonna see just a little cabinet. This actually used to be the old shower, which is kind of weird, but it's real. We house like all of my makeup, our like medicines, and all the little bits and bobs you need in a like apartment. So we have like my hair stuff, all of the extra things we need here, a steamer, and bath supplies. And below that is our laundry basket, and then we have these laundry bags and a little laundry tote, if you will, that we take with us when we need to go take the laundry. So as you come forward, you'll see that it's a very squished and standard bathroom. We have a little medicine cabinet, all of our stuff that we use, a bunch of my jewelry. You have to have equipment when you're pooping. Of course, masks, headbands. We put these little knobs in so that we could hang our towels. That's the bathroom. Don't mind the blueberry muffin in my hand, it's my snack. I think the biggest thing that I would say is if you're trying to get out of debt and you don't know where to start with the basics. Start with somewhere that you can just be and then add in the functionality. It was a lot of hard work. We used a lot of our own resources. Find a place, start there, and then make sure that as long as you're in a place where you can lock the door, you're safe, you don't need all the bells and whistles. We don't have laundry, we don't have a dishwasher, we don't have a yard for this guy. It's a consistent frustration in our lives, but I promise you the payoff is worth it. I hope you guys have a great day, and check us out on Instagram at HeyOlexa with an O. We'll link it here for you. Maybe you can edit that out, Ryan. And yeah, like, subscribe, like this video, subscribe to our channel, eat a blueberry muffin because they're delicious and they're vegan. As always, budget wisely. Food in my mouth. As always, budget wisely and compromise kindly. We'll see you next time, guys.